Hey, I'm Kalash, and I make cool stuff. For this one, I'm starting out with 2 pieces of foam core for the walls and a bunch of popsicle sticks. I glued down the sticks in a messy way. Some of them have a bit of foam under them to make them extra uneven. Little Nightmares 1 and 2 are some of my favorite games, so I've been wanting to make something related to them for a while now, and I finally got around to it. Then I cut off the excess foam and covered the wood with brown paint. Then a lighter dry brush and a heavy layer of black wash. I wanted the wood to look old and dirty to fit the aesthetic of the game. For the wallpaper, I covered a piece of paper with green paint and drew on eyes with a diluted black. I would have loved to design it and print it out instead, but I actually don't have a printer, so this will do. And I also added some diluted paints to dirty it up a bit. That got glued to the foam with some white glue. I hot glued both pieces together and added a baseboard made out of foam and painted it the same way as the floor. All the white foam parts got painted black. There are paintings on the walls in the game, so I also wanted to add some. First, I decided to paint the teacher, which is a character in the game. I'm not very good at painting, but luckily for me, no matter how ugly it turns out, it still fits. For the other one, I wanted to pay tribute to the little gnome in the first game. You know who I'm talking about. And if you don't, you don't want to know. Then I made frames for the paintings with polymer clay. Those also got the brown paint, dry brush, black wash treatment. I glued on the paper and then glued them to the wall. That footage is cursed though and broke my previous editing software, so you'll have to imagine it. For Six, which is one of the main characters, I made a wire body and covered it with polymer clay. I started with simple legs and a weirdly huge hand. Baked it and started working on her coat. She doesn't usually look like this, I'm just making her from a specific scene when her body is very distorted. I gave the coat a bunch of wrinkles and other details like pockets and buttons. And also gave her these spaghetti hands. She has a music box that she holds and is very protective of. In the game, it's the object behind her transformation, so you have to destroy it. But we won't be destroying it this time. I made her hood separately and added rolled out clay as her hair. I painted her coat a dark yellowish tone. This camera makes colors all funky though, so it looks very bright. Then added highlights on all of the folds and went over it with a dark wash. and colored her hands and feet. Painted her hair a very dark brown and glued the head on with super glue. The music box is purple with a few symbols on it. The eye symbol is very prominent in the game. And also dirtied it up a bit to fit the whole vibe. The other main character is Mono. Him and Six are usually the same size, but at this particular stage, Six is much larger, so I made him tiny. You can wear different hats during the game, but his main one is a paper bag over his head. He's not supposed to have any hat at this scene, but I'm bad at making faces, so I just gave him his paper bag. I read that he wears the paper bag over his head to help him forget that the world hates him and wants him to fail, which is pretty messed up, but he is a strong little guy. I made some wooden cubes. Well, they are polymer clay cubes pretending to be wooden cubes. And painted the eye symbols on these as well. Then I made some teddy bears that I'll stack up in one corner. Of course, these are not cute ones, but rather creepy looking bears. I personally still find them cute, but we might have different opinions. And those got painted the appropriate teddy bear colors. Then I glued everything to the base, and that's it. Big thanks to my patrons for their continued support, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!